Dan, and today we got a lot to get through. Celtics, Olympics, Russia, and Cuba. There's at the end, stay to the end because we're gonna talk about a Chris Brown controversy with taking pictures or so, and we're gonna speak on that. Two guests. I got two guests, Jess and Hash. Woo! Thank you guys for being here, man. Appreciate it. So let's
Yeah,
get
of
into
course.
the intro.
Let the culture speak in the rhythm we see. We're the voices of the now. Stand together strong and proud.
So let's get into the Celtics versus Dallas Mavericks. Celtics lead by 3. Mavericks take the win in the fourth game. Dallas cruised to a 122-84 win. It wasn't that close. And now there will be a game 5 Monday night in Boston. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Um, Mavericks came back, but dude. Like, you think they're gonna still win it? Like, I feel like it's
Hell,
rigged. No. Okay, good.
hell no, they're not winning.
Nah, I don't think so either. It's their
The
game,
Celtics
man.
have been here before. They've been in the finals before. This is their year to finally finish it off. 3-1 lead. If they blow that,
Yeah.
they didn't get here by chance. I think this is going to be the year that they take it for sure. Dallas Mavericks are good, but I don't know if they're coming back from that.
With Kyrie Irving, huh?
Boston out one more win. They just need to squeak out one more win and it's over. I don't see it happening.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, and then Olympics are coming in July 26th. Um, I didn't know there was a breakdancing, yo, in the Olympics, which is crazy. Like, damn, they
Ah,
really made it
man.
into Olympics. Wow. Is this the first year they're actually competing?
Let me see. The breakdancing is debuting this year. This is new. This is something new.
Oh,
Dang, Jess, been wild. We actually like kept our little dance group that we made back in the day. We
bro,
thought if everybody learned how to front flip and back flip, we was in there.
freaking
No, for real.
Jabberwockies, man. You remember Jabberwockies? That was like the hype of the culture of like just dancing in general.
Oh, yeah. What was it called?
Um, what was
Dance
the
crew.
show? Yeah,
Yeah, yep, yep. It was like shit, but let's
that was
look
like
forward to
everyone's
that.
favorite dance crew, the Jabberwockies.
Yeah.
Dude, they were like the first winners. That's what got everything going too. Move on to WNBA expected to lose 50 million in 2024 despite surging interest. Losses set to increase fivefold as the league continues to bleed money amid record attendees and viewership. Reporting from Sports Pro Media, Adam Silver said in 2018 that the WNBA had lost an average of more than 10 million annually since its founding. The league and its teams are expected to lose around 50 million in 2024, securing a lucrative domestic rights deal with from 2025 will therefore be crucial in the fucking hell, WNBA's quest for profitability, but its recent audience growth means the league is in a strong negotiating position. The influx of college stars such as Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has helped fuel fresh interest in the WNBA. Yeah, there's a lot of backing with these new college, you know, to get butts in the seats to actually make it more profitable. And I was just telling Hash earlier that like they're not as profitable as the NBA when they were like flying private jets, not economy. They're living more luxury, and yeah, you just need to get butts in the seat, which is great.
It's the deal that they're in with the NBA.
Yeah.
The NBA is finally getting a return on, partnering with the WNBA. So, you know, the
Mm.
NBA receives about 40%. of the WNBA's revenue.
That's a huge chunk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But this is, I think this is the NBA is finally profiting. That's the thing. That's the problem. They didn't before.
I mean, but
So
didn't you have like other WNBA players too? Why is this now something to look forward to?
uh, I think I think a little rivalry fueled it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's the only comment I have for that.
TMZ Sports, Conor McGregor UFC comeback has been put on hold. The Notorious is out of the UFC 303 main event fight against Michael Chandler. Dana White announced the devastating news late Thursday night, just 2 weeks and a day before the scrap, saying 35-year-old McGregor suffered an injury and wouldn't be able to fight.
Again, Conor McGregor is out of 303 versus Michael Chandler with an injury. The new main event is Alex Pereira, former not only UFC middleweight champion, he's also the first and only fighter to win both middleweight and light heavyweight titles in UFC
like
history. He
that.
also did it in the shortest amount of time. He did it in 736 days and 7 fights. He finished 7 of 9 wins by knockout, which is a 78% finish rate, and won 10 of his last 11 fights, and he is facing former UFC light heavyweight champion Yuri Prohaska, who has an unbelievable 23 first-round wins. He has 25 by knockout, 3 by submission. That is a 97% finish rate. The co-main event will be number 3 ranked Brian Ortega, who has the second most finishes in featherweight history and the second most submissions in featherweight history. He won Performance of the Night 8 times. And he will be taking on rising superstar Diego Lopez. He has 22 of his 24 wins coming by finish with 10 knockouts and 12 submissions. That's a 92% finish rate. Also, Jamal Hill is out with a knee injury. So, Carlos Ulberg, who is 11-1 and has 6 first-round finishes with 7 wins by knockout and 2 wins by submission, and an 82% finish rate, and he's on a 6-fight win streak, will now be taking on Anthony Smith. He has 21 first-round finishes, 19 wins by knockout, 15 by submission, and ladies and gentlemen, that's a 90% finish rate. So, it has been a crazy week here at UFC. That is the new lineup for UFC 303. I'll see you guys in Vegas.
Upsetting, because Conor McGregor is like super fucking huge. I don't think he would. He's making bank, so why get into a fight? He just came out with the new movie Roadhouse. Freaking watch that. That was dope as hell. Guy was going.
You just said what kind of injury Conor McGregor has?
Nah, it's unknown. It's unknown right now. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's move on to the next one. Here's the headline: Russian warships enter Havana harbor as part of the planned exercises. Expert called the naval exercise routine, but also a show of strength as Washington maintains military support for Ukraine in its war against Russia. Report from New York Times: Russian warships arrived in Cuban waters on Wednesday as part of the planned military exercise that experts say were a symbolic show of strength in reaction to continued U.S. support for Ukraine and a reflection of growing ties between Russia and Cuba. The 4-vessel group poses no real threat, U.S. officials said, despite the tensions between the United States and Russia over the Ukraine war. The group includes nuclear-powered submarine Kazan and the frigate Admiral Gorshkov, and contains no nuclear weapons, according to Cuban officials. There's other reports I'm hearing that they do have missiles. They actually have hypersonic missiles that could take out U.S., the east of U.S. And tensions are super high right now with that war. Sending $160 billion, and it's crazy because there was Trump, the convictions and stuff.
Yeah.
Biden actually gave a green light to bomb using proxy weapons from America to bomb inside of Russia and Yemen, and that wasn't reported. There was very little reporting on it, but yeah, it's just a crazy time. And then after that, now you see warships in Russia and in Cuba. So
Yeah,
tensions are super high.
I think more is going on than they want us to believe. Obviously, they don't want, you know, everyone getting into a panic, but come
Yeah.
on.
Actually, breaking like news, there's actually a new draft for 18 to 26 year olds in America. Like that just came out. So tensions are rising right now. If you saw like my last report on it with Germany, all of Europe just preparing to send not just men, they actually have a like a gender thing that they want to conscript to get people in it, you know. But no one wants to be in it. That's the thing. And I feel like we should really voice that shit out because who else is going to? Because we are American citizens, you know. And it's
So
just
yeah, he
Well,
ready to sign a new contract. I'm about to be it.
well, worst case scenario, though, in your case, you ain't got to go to war.
but I don't want anyone to go to war. That's the thing.
I mean, you got to remember too. That's beyond us. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like at the end of the day, you know, if shit really does hit the fan, you ain't going to war. I am.
And that's not good, dude. I hate that. I hate that. I understand that. Completely understand that we're, you know, you guys, the Marines, the everyone's just gonna go. And it sucks. It sucks because no one wants this. No one wants this. Young people, young generations, Gen Z, millennials, they understand what they're seeing. Like we're fighting a proxy war and the tension is going high because of our government, you know. So okay. Moving on. Bird flu. Person with bird flu dies in Mexico, WHO says. A person with prior health complications who had contracted bird flu died in Mexico in April, and the source of exposure to the virus was unknown, said on Wednesday. Reporting from Insurance General, WHO said the current risk of bird flu virus to the general population is low. The 59-year-old resident of the state of Mexico had been hospitalized in Mexico City and died on April 24th after developing a fever, shortness of breath, diarrhea, nausea, and general discomfort. These are the symptoms that they're saying bird flu has if you contract it. The victim had no history of exposure to poultry or other animals, but had multiple underlying medical conditions and had been bedridden for 3 weeks for other reasons prior to the onset of acute symptoms. Mexico's health ministry said the person had chronic kidney disease and type 2 diabetes. After the April death, Mexican authorities confirmed the presence of the virus and reported the case to the WHO. Mexico's health ministry said there was no evidence of person-to-person transmission in the case, and farms near the victims' homes were monitored. I want to note that they are using PCR tests to identify H5N1. To my next story is PCR tests. This is reporting from Portugal resident, a study that suggests only 3% of positive tests declared by health authorities may be true positives. A 34-page ruling on an appeal against a writ of habeas corpus filed by 4 German tourists illegally confined to a hotel in the Azores over the summer leaves no doubt that a positive PCR test cannot be taken on face value. The panel looked into the reliability of the PCR test due to the enforced confinement of the holiday makers in question because one had tested positive. In view of a current scientific evidence, the test shows itself to be unable to determine beyond reasonable doubt that such positivity corresponds, in fact, to the infection of a person by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. The ruling cites a study conducted by some of the leading European and world specialists in this material, published by the Oxford academic, that if a person has positive PCR tests at a threshold of cycles of 35 or higher, as happens in most laboratories in the USA and Europe, the chances of a person being infected is less than 3%. The probability of a person receiving a false positive is 97% or higher. Basically, what I got from it is that, yeah, 97% or higher is false positive.
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
majority
really
of,
hard.
because we all been through it. I took it to go on to Hawaii. Um, yeah, everyone took it. And now this ruling just states that, yeah, it's false positives, 97% of it. So we went through all that and like what? Now they're using that to test animals for the bird flu that supposedly another pandemic is coming. Let's move on to the next one. A TikTok user recently went viral for delivering an epic rant against the feminization of men and other topics, triggering people across the internet. It appears that the woman on X under the name Lily had her TikTok account banned and was allegedly fired for her job because her posts were widely spread online. Videos by Lily really upset people online as she dared utter the N word, while ranting about guys who think all guys are gold diggers.
Okay, this time I have a beef with the male community. I give my criticisms to all because we are all about equity and inclusion here, right? So I'm sick and tired of all girls getting blamed, or like guys, certain guys, thinking that all girls are gold diggers. I don't know if it's because you get your information from those street interviews in like Miami at 3 a.m. outside of a nightclub. You're getting the opinion of some dumb whores and immigrants fresh off the boat looking for a green card. Yes, they are probably gold diggers, but that's the exception. I'm the rule. Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke ass niggas. And they don't care. We don't give a fuck about your money. I couldn't care less about your fucking money, okay? My type is broke mechanics and surfer hippie dudes who just want to live in a shack and surf and have babies. All I ask of a man is that you're competent, you're not a pussy. If somebody broke into our house at 3 a.m., you would know how to grab a gun and shoot a motherfucker. That's pretty much all we ask. Like that's pretty much like all girls I know. I don't know one girl who's a gold digger. So stop throwing us all under the bus as if we're all gold diggers because we don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your money. My dating history consists of all broke guys. I actually don't even like rich guys. They have an attitude, they're spoiled brats. They don't know anything about real life. I was raised on a farm with 4 brothers, so I can't deal with the bullshit. I don't like a pussy. I hate pussies.
Yeah, and then one person commented, the internet has made non-black people way too comfortable. She's dead ass serious. Before suggesting black people go knock out random white people. Was there anything wrong with what she said besides the N word that everyone's like, you know?
I don't know. I still got a lot of questions about that because I don't know. At the end of the day, you kind of gotta pick your poison, but at the same time, like I already told y'all this, my opinion about this, like way before we even started this podcast. At the end of the day, it's y'all relationship. Don't put that shit on the internet. At the end of the day, you're gonna make yourself look bad, type of deal. You know,
Yeah. But
that's
like
all I gotta say about that.
she's saying she's the standard and that,
Nah, everyone has their different type of flavor. You know,
yeah.
some of them like them very toxic. Some of
So
them.
it's
I don't
her
know.
own opinion, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's your
Like
own
that's
opinion.
her.
Like for me, like I mean that's her opinion. That's what she grew up around. Like that's all I could really say. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Man, that girl was tripping.
Was she? Okay, go ahead.
He was wilding.
yeah, for dropping the N word, yeah, she tripping.
He could have made her point without saying that though.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, so honestly, it sounded like she was gonna make a very good point until she dropped the N word, and that was just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's GG's right there. You know,
But
it's
don't
just
you?
like it's a wrap.
But don't you think like what she's saying about we really don't care about like the rich and the glamorous. We care about these type of people like in real life, day to day people's lives. Do you know what I mean?
Like I said, at the end of the day, it's y'all relationship. That's all I gotta say. Don't be
Right,
posting that shit on the social media. That's another reason why I did it on social media because there's a lot of this and a lot of that. And I'm just like, all right, whatever.
right, right, right.
I don't think she was necessarily talking about her relationship. I just think she was talking about in general,
General,
um,
yeah.
how men perceive women, and I don't know. I think in her opinion, she basically put, because you're out at the club at 3 a.m. She basically put all them in a box as whores and gold diggers. Her whole statement was out of pocket.
No, I 100% agree.
Like you just got done talking shit about people that want to go out and have fun. Now they have to be whores and gold diggers because they're either an immigrant or they're out at the club. That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's another video. She's going off about men who are overly obsessed with their gym muscles. Lily explained many women see guys who are too fit as weird.
Okay, speaking to the men right now. So, I think you guys are really worried a lot about your gym muscles and that it's not like perfect or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing with this fucking avocado. But girls don't care. In fact, I actually do not like gym guys at all. And let me explain to you why. So, you know how you guys are not a fan of like fake eyelashes, fake fingernails, fake lips, fake boobs, I don't know, fake hair, I don't know. You know that look. You know what I mean? Well, that's exactly the equivalent for girls with super extreme gym guys, like who have the perfect body. It just seems like, ew, like you're obsessed with yourself. All you do is look in the mirror and you're doing all these fucking contortions with your body. That's weird. You know what I find hot? Hottest guy I've seen in the longest time is at the mechanic fixing my car. Good lord, this man is attractive. He's got like fucking, first of all, he's got like grease on his face. He's got like real muscles from lifting tires and shit. That's what we find attractive. That's feral. That's like base animal instinct, and I'm just like, I could eat you up. That's attractive. So don't be worrying about going to getting your perfect six pack. It's a little gay.
I'll stop right there. Oh my god. But she did get hella backlash for views on it. Shit. I didn't upload the screenshots of angrily violent, leaving her menacing messages. It was just, yeah. But what's the context of what she's saying though?
Honestly, she's just trying to get a reaction, I feel. I don't know.
I don't know. Like my thing is like I don't know, being at the gym and like being like obviously like I'm starting to work out again and whatnot. Like it's like I don't know. It's like it's kind of hard to explain
Is it
because
therapy for most guys?
yeah, it's therapy for these guys, all right? Because that's their time to be escaped. That's their time to make themselves feel good about themselves. Because obviously they work hard for it. It's like for anything, like you try to master, like
Yeah.
like video games.
Yeah.
Video games, it takes a while to actually master. Ninja. Like he started off in Halo and then worked his way in Fortnite, and now he's making like millions of dollars. Shout out to him. But I don't know. It's just my thing is like you got to think about it from the guy's point of view too. It's just like yeah, it's something that they're trying to master. Like I've seen like other people like they've hit the gym. It's a whole lifestyle. That's how they do it.
Yeah, yeah. But and what else she's saying is that for regular people, for regular people, not social media is a thing where you're just like you're scrolling, you see all these things about relationships and like gym people, that's the culture that we see online. And real women don't really go for all that. Some types of women, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like she's trying to speak for the whole women culture, but what do I know?
Holler.
I I don't know. I feel like she's riding a wave and she's just doubling down right now and going with the flow. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, her last video, she got. I mean, I don't know. I feel like as bad as it can get, she got her backlash. She got fired already. I feel like now she's just doubling down. She's gonna ride this wave and see
Yeah.
where it takes her. I guess that's what it sounds like. It sounds like to me she just be talking, but
She got banned. So there's
I
clearly
mean, whatever. I mean,
people
that's
are
her
against
type
it.
of person. Is a broke my kind of person, apparently. There's nothing wrong with that. Make great money.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Thomas,
move on.
let's pause real quick. They're not broke. They make great money. They're not broke.
Yeah. Wait,
They
who?
make great money.
Gamers?
No, not gamers. Mechanics.
Gen Z millennials ditching dating apps for live events. Online dating apps are losing popularity as Gen Z and millennials are turning in-person dating events. According to a report conducted by Eventbrite and released last week, attendance at singles and dating events on the platform increased 42% from 2022 to 2023. Singles have voiced their frustrations from online dating, and we've heard them loud and clear. They want more in-person opportunities to connect and bond over mutual passions, be it paddleboard, yoga, kombucha brewing, backyard beekeeping, or freehand glass blowing. Eventbrite's co-founder and CEO Julia Hart said in their report, the shift comes at a time when dating apps are under fire for their addictive and gamified nature. Earlier this year, Tinder, Hinge, and other dating apps were sued over ever increasing features that encourage compulsive use, such as perpetual pay to play loop that prioritize profit over the promise to help other users find relationships, which is true. Like using the dating apps now doesn't seem so an option anymore to a lot of young people. They want to go out and see the real world.
when they first came out with that stuff, it was free. Like you didn't have to pay for all that type of crap. So I say good for them.
For the
I'm glad they're
lawsuit.
getting out. That's cool.
lawsuit.
I mean, it's organic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I feel it too. Like, yeah, dating apps is just not really a way to go anymore. Like, there was no real meaning to it. Like, you're just meeting up, you want to F, or, whatever those other dating apps are, supposedly. It's not the same anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all about buying stuff now. It's not like the article said. It's a profit thing now. You can't really do anything or have I don't know how you say like a good experience without buying something.
Woman says her boyfriend broke up with her because of a meet and greet picture with Chris Brown. Let's see the video.
Ingredient you have? This is from.
This is from Columbus.
Oh, Columbus.
Yep. Literally after my picture went viral, my boyfriend broke up with me about a week later after arguing because he felt like Chris was too close on me. I'm just like, it's one of the most respectable pictures. It's not like I'm bending over grabbing my ankles. But I I would trade my ex for me and Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really right there.
So here's the question: was her boyfriend right for leaving her for this meet and greet picture with Chris Brown?
Well, see, that depends on your relationship. If you know, if those are the boundaries you have in place, you know what I mean? Because can you take a step back and ask if he went out and did that with
Yeah.
Tyga
Beyonce.
or
Let's go with
something,
Beyonce.
you know what I mean? Would she feel the same way? Like, so it's like, what boundaries have you established in your relationship? If he felt like he felt disrespected and he didn't like that, he did what he was supposed to do, leave. I mean, I don't expect you to stay if you know felt disrespected by that, but also by her response in the end of saying she would leave her ex anyways for him. I'm guessing it
Yeah.
is what it is. We care either. If you
She
don't care, I
said,
don't care.
and Chris Brown, and they're paying like $1,000 just to see him and take a picture. And she said 100 times, right? 100 times 1,000 is $100,000. Boy, you making Chris Brown rich, that's for sure. Like, there's no benefit to you doing all that, and now you're single, so kind of.
To each his own, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, it depends on what boundaries you had set in your relationship. I mean, if that wasn't one of your boundaries and her boyfriend wasn't tripping off of that, you know, everybody's relationship is different. So,
Right, right. Hash.
I mean, Pollard pretty much said everything I wanted to say.
how would you feel, Hashron? Would you have had that boundary in place?
Just imagine
Yeah,
she
look at
paid
that.
$1,000.
That would be hell of a- he would have been crying.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. Hopefully you come on again. This was fun, and yeah, I was kind of nervous in a way too.